Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Fanboys, be advised, this video contains the absolute truth, may cause hurt feelings, and a need to thumbs down the video. Tyson Fury never wanted the Anthony Joshua smoke. And look, let's just break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And since the news that Tyson Fury must grant Deontay Wilder a rematch by September 15th was announced, Team Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, Tyson Fury himself have done nothing to make the Anthony Joshua fight happen. This shows this was all planned. This was all smoke and mirrors, acting like they really wanted an Anthony Joshua fight when they really did not. Let's look at the evidence. And when you look at the evidence and the facts, you see that number one, Tyson Fury came out saying Deontay Wilder wanted $20 million to step aside. And instead of paying him, he agreed to fight him next. So you're on the brink of the biggest fight in heavyweight history, and you agree to fight Deontay Wilder again instead of paying him step aside money. The fight that everyone wants to see. How bad do you want an Anthony Joshua fight then? Two, this is the same Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury who argued over cheating allegations, and Tyson Fury said he would never fight Deontay Wilder again. These are his words, not mine. After the cheating accusation, Fury said he will never fight this guy again. But now you refuse to pay step-aside money just so you can fight the guy you said you would never fight again? Make that make sense. All to pass up on the biggest opportunity in heavyweight boxing history. It makes zero sense. But not only that, you get a lot of people and say, well, the money is still a lot of money. Tyson Fury can't say the money is a problem for paying $20 million. This is why. Tyson Fury is getting $75 million for the Anthony Joshua fight. So even if he pays step-aside money of $20 million, he is still left with a career-high payday of $55 million. And if he wins, he not only gets $55 million career-high payday, he would also make history, and his value would also rise dramatically. Why would you not jump at this history-making fight? It doesn't make sense. And for a good reference point, Tyson Fury's rematch with Deontay Wilder gave him $25 million. Guaranteed. So by fighting Anthony Joshua and paying Deontay Wilder step-aside money, he would still be making more than double his largest purse and making history if he wins. This makes no sense to fight Wilder if Fury really wanted that AJ smoke. But he simply does not. He doesn't. This is the same Tyson Fury that said Anthony Joshua would be his easiest opponent ever. Even easier than Deontay Wilder was. He said he would knock out AJ in 3 rounds. So if he's so easy, he's a guaranteed $55 million after step-aside money, more than double your biggest payday. Why won't you fight him and get paid more? Well, why won't you fight him? Make that make sense if he's so easy. It doesn't make sense. Not only that, Tyson Fury's entire team is garbage truck juice. This includes Bob Arum. This is the same Bob Arum that said Deontay Wilder has no rights to the third fight. And his claim would be denied and the contract is expired. Only Team Wilder and Team Fury knew what was in that contract. They knew this entire time he would have to fight Wilder a third time. They blew smoke up everyone's ass to clout chase Anthony Joshua's name. And that's facts and not feelings. Not only that, Eddie Hearn even echoes the statement by saying, hey, Bob Arum assured them that arbitration wouldn't be an issue. Bob Arum was a lawyer. He's not a moron. He knew this would happen. Him and Tyson Fury strung everyone along. Eddie made it clear that Team Fury and Arum's problem to solve is this Deontay Wilder step-aside issue, just to make the Anthony Joshua fight happen. So what are they doing to make the Anthony Joshua fight happen? It's their problem. So what are they doing to make the fight happen? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Bob Arum has flat out stated they are not paying step-aside money. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury can wait till the end of the year. Dismisses of any hope of that fight happening next. That's what he said. He's doing nothing to make that happen. He's dismissive of it. They're not paying step-aside. And he's going to fight Wilder next. And he wants Anthony Joshua versus Fury at the end of the year. This is what his own promoter is saying. This is the same Bob Arum and Team Fury who have already reserved Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas and set a date of July 24th for pay-per-view. They are all ready to go at a moment's notice for a fight that's supposed to be a surprise? You gotta be a moron, idiot, and a dummy to believe that. Not only that, you also see how negative Team Fury and Arum have been about the AJ fight. I mean, look at it like this. Bob Arum said last month, this is just last month, calling the fight with Anthony Joshua a mirage. When you look at Anthony Joshua, when has Anthony Joshua never come through with the money for any fight? He's always come through. This is the same Anthony Joshua that made 2 fights with the PBC for Andy Ruiz Jr. If you can do fights with the PBC in Saudi Arabia, you can do it with anyone. Bob Arum also said in the same interview they're open to negotiations with Deontay Wilder again, and this is last month. So they've already been expressing interest in another Wilder fight over AJ. They really didn't want this smoke, mentioning him as the next possible opponent, and Bob Arum calling Anthony Joshua fight dead in the water. And all of this is literally last month. I mean, this is Bob Arum's exact quote. If I had to bet whether Fury versus Joshua fight would happen or not, I'd say no. That's his exact quote. And this is not my words. This is not my opinion. This is his quote. And we cannot forget that Anthony Joshua has already offered Tyson Fury a fight years ago. 60-40 split, and Tyson Fury turned it down. This is a Fury who took less money to fight Deontay Wilder when he could have fought a unified champion for double or even triple the money. And he rejected that fight with Anthony Joshua. We already know Tyson Fury doesn't want that smoke. He's all talk. This is the same Tyson Fury whose dad last year came out and said his son needed a massive amount of money to fight Anthony Joshua. He said Anthony Joshua would have to come up with $500 million for the fight. Make that make sense. Tyson Fury never wanted that AJ smoke. It was all clout. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.